up, everybody? Keep it going for Casey real quick, yeah? It's good to be here in Tacoma, you guys. I say that because the last town I performed in was Aberdeen, Washington. I know. What a shithole. Found that out quick. I'm from Seattle, which is the home of the Space Needle, and I found out Aberdeen is the home of the Shared Needle. It was... It's real gross there, but it's good to be in Tacoma. I drove here all the way from Seattle today. I left at 4 p.m. to get here on time. Still got here at 8 p.m. Wasn't really any traffic. I just was really high and blew past my exit again. Like, oh, fuck, how far past Olympia is Tacoma? Oh, no. Made it back. I am from Seattle. I've been living there a long time. I used to live in Northgate, which just means that I wasn't doing so well. It's a rough neighborhood if you're not familiar, but even more recently, I moved to a neighborhood called Green Lake. Ooh, I know. I'm doing all right now. Doing all right. What's up? Excited about it. I used to brag about being the richest person in Northgate, but now I definitely feel like the poorest person in Green Lake. It's a rich neighborhood. I found out it was very rich because the first week I was living there, I came outside my apartment and my next door neighbor was standing outside of his house and he looked all upset and I was going, what's going on, man? And he just told me a story about how he just got back. He apparently what had happened was he went to work, and when he went to work he left his garage door open and it was open the whole day, and during that time a homeless man went into his house and was left alone in his home for 6 hours. I know, and I was like, what happened? And he goes, he drank over $700 of wine in my house. I'm like, $700? Jesus Christ. And then I started doing the math in my head, and I was like, wait, he drank 70 bottles of wine? Did you just come home to a corpse? What was that all about? Just some bloated corpse at your house? And he's like, no, man, it was 3 bottles of wine, but I was saving them. And I was like, 3 bottles of wine is $700 in your house? Who robbed you? Was it Robin Hood? You rich piece of shit? Like, fuck you. Which castle on the block is yours? I'll keep an eye out for it. It's like, I hope he comes back and eats your whole family. But I thought it was a nice neighborhood, but again, the second week I was living there, a guy got shot in front of my apartment. Which side? It's not funny, but it kind of bummed me out, made me sad, because I've been living in Seattle for a long time, and I just remember a time in Seattle when people used to only shoot themselves. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Good stuff. The city's not what it used to be. It's getting worse. It's getting scary. It's rough. Our city got so bad for a while that we literally had a superhero protecting the streets of Seattle. By a round of applause, do you guys know who Phoenix Jones is? Hell yeah. That was our night in Seattle. He took care of us. If you guys don't know who he is, Phoenix Jones is a MMA fighter. Some nerd turned vigilante. He donned on a real-ass superhero costume and went out and started fighting crime in the streets of Seattle. The only way he knew how, which was by single-handedly challenging fentanyl addicts to street fights, which was never a fair fight. If somebody's placing bets on an MMA fighter and a fentanyl addict, put your money on the MMA fighter. He was dancing all around them. They're just nodding off, you know. It's just like, just beat the shit out of him. And we loved him for it. We're like, fuck yes, keep going, bro. We're into it. But then his superhero story came to a tragic ending. He ended up getting arrested, which is like, what for? Was it for beating the shit out of fentanyl addicts? No, we loved him for that. He got arrested because he was selling Molly. What type of an M. Night Shyamalan twist is that on a superhero story? This whole time we thought he was protecting our streets, but turns out he was just single-handedly taking out his competition one by one. He was not the superhero we wanted as Seattle, but was definitely a superhero we deserved as Seattle, so. It's fine. I get out of Seattle a lot. I do a show, it's called The Dope Show. I don't know. Yeah? Hell yeah. Thank you. If you guys don't know what it is, it's a comedy show where comedians perform and then I get them very high on marijuana and then they attempt to perform again. It's a really fun show. It's a disaster. It happens here once a month. Check it out. But because of that show, I get to tour all around the world, and I get to do comedy everywhere marijuana is legal, and some places where I don't do enough research. But it's fun. I did some shows in Vegas. You guys a Vegas crowd? Hell yeah. That wasn't everybody, but okay. More boring on this side. I get it. Sorry. I don't know. Vegas was interesting. When I was in Vegas, my buddy was showing me around town, and one of the things I noticed about Las Vegas is that there's no homeless people. Like, there was zero homeless people the entire time I was walking around, and I asked my buddy, I'm like, how come there's no homeless? What's going on with that? Like, because I'm from Seattle where, it's a problem. I don't know if they're all going there or we're just making them ourselves, but it's an epidemic up there. But I asked him, and he goes, oh, it's because it gets so hot in Nevada that if you just hang out outside all day, you just die. I was just seeing what type of crowd I'm performing to. That was a little too dark for you guys. It's all right. You don't like the homeless jerky joke? Okay. That's not what happens, though. I'm just making fun. What really happens is that in Las Vegas, they have a network of storm tunnels underneath the city. And they're just this huge network, and all the homeless people, they live in the tunnels underneath the city, and you never see them. He goes, you never see them until it rains, and then it floods down there, and then they all come up like rats on a sinking ship. And I was just like, oh, what a beautiful city this is. Seems like you guys are just literally sweeping the problem under the rug here, but all right. And then I started thinking, I'm like, maybe that's Seattle's problem, is it just never stops raining up there. I'm just like, is that what's going on? I got to do some shows. I go up to Vancouver and BC a lot. No love for Canada here, okay. I like Canada. I really enjoy BC right now, because I don't know if you guys know this, but they recently decriminalized all drugs. Which most people are like, if it's just decriminalized, it doesn't really help me out. It's not like there's just a shop that says we sell all drugs in Canada, right? But you would be wrong. You would be dead wrong. Because there is a shop that says we sell all drugs. That shop was right next to where I do my show in Vancouver, and I saw it, and it was called the Medical Mushroom Dispensary with a billboard that says we sell all drugs. And I didn't know. I'm like, is this a cop trap? Is this a cop trap? I guess I'm about to fall for it. I'm like, I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna be on Canadian Cops. Mount Me's. I don't know. You're gonna see me on that show. But it was a medical mushroom dispensary, so I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. So I walked in there, and it's just like this really clean store, and there's this one dude behind the counter, and he's like, hey, buddy. I'm like, hey, man, am I allowed to just come in here and buy drugs from you? And he's like, nah, you got to be a member of the dispensary to be able to do that. And I was like, figures. And then he goes, but I could sign you up right now. I'm like, oh, okay, let's do that. So I'm walking in there, and I'm like, hey, before we even begin, though, just so you know, I'm not Canadian. I'm American. Are you still allowed to sell me drugs? You know, dirty American. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. And I'm like, okay. So he goes, to be a member, you have to fill out this form, and he slides a form over the counter for me to fill out. And all it was a single sheet of paper, and it had 20 rules written on it. It was just a list of rules. The rules were like, don't sell to kids, don't go with borders, or go over borders with your product, a bunch of other stuff. I don't know. I didn't read the whole thing. Just kind of skimmed down, and then there was 3 questions on the bottom, and those were the questions you had to answer. And the first question was, what's your name? And then the second question was, what's your email? And then the third question was, what's your medical reason for needing mushrooms? And I was like hovering over that last one. I'm like, how do I answer this one? And the guy just sees me like pausing on that third question, and he just leans over and he goes, oh, you could skip that last one. What? That seems like the most important question on this whole thing. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. So I just X'd it out and bought cocaine. I highly recommend going to Canada right now until they recriminalize that shit. But it's fun traveling for comedy. I also went to Portland recently to do shows. You guys like Portland at all? So we just yelled out, no. That's weird that you didn't cheer for Vegas, but or Portland. You're like, all right, fine. Fucking Tacoma, that's who I like. Fair enough. Portland's cool. Portland's got a soft spot in my heart because I was on the show Portlandia. Yeah. You guys watched it? You must have loved it? Hell yeah. Well, you guys didn't watch it enough because they canceled it. So check it out on Netflix. But I remember I actually auditioned for that show a while ago, and it wasn't like a very extensive audition. It was just kind of like 20 minutes of you interacting with somebody. And then I left. They were like, all right, that's it. And I bailed, and then I didn't hear from them for 6 months. And I'm like, all right, I guess I didn't get the role. Whatever, no big deal. But then they hit me up like on that 6-month part, and they're like, hey, Tyler, do you remember auditioning for Portlandia? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, hey, well, we just wanted to call you to let you know you didn't get the part you auditioned for. And I was like, oh, you didn't have to call me to tell me that. I kind of figured that out on my own, to be honest. Like, it's kind of rude, actually. Like, you ever see somebody on a dating app you recognize, you just call them, I just saw your poor ass on Tinder. Have fun dying alone, click. Like, what the fuck? You don't wanna... Is this what you called me for? And she's like, no, because the guy that did get the part, he can't make it anymore, and you guys are the exact same dress size. So can you come down and film for us? And I was like, hell yeah. But just so you know, there's way better ways of delivering these messages. They don't hurt my feelings, you bitch. Whenever I go to a new city to do comedy, I like to do research on that city. And it's a good way to feel out the vibe for the town and get a good understanding of who you're going to perform for, maybe change your material up for them. And I do that research on this website called Pornhub. It's very informative, all right? Pornhub came out with an article where they listed every major metropolis in America and what their most searched term is on Pornhub. So before I went down to Portland, I looked it up to see what they were looking at, and this is the best part of the show. You guys, anybody want to guess what Portland is jacking off to?
Bikes.
Pipes?
Bikes.
Bikes? Hell yeah. This one's got 2 seats on it. Fuck yeah, bro. I don't think people jack off to bikes, but I'm going to look up bikes on Pornhub when I get home just to double check. I'll do some research on that. But no, does anybody else want to guess? This is the only part you get to yell out porn genres in a store. Jugglers? Jugglers. Is that like they're just juggling dildos and jamming one in every time? Just like, she's got talent. I like this one. It's a lot of skill, but no, I don't think, not jugglers. Environmental activists. Have you guys been on Pornhub? I don't think you understand the genre categories on that website. I wasn't talking about Google. I was just like, Disney? Wait, what was that? Horse costumes. Okay, that's a really good guess. That is incorrect. That is actually the most popular search term for Enum Claw, I believe. Horse costumes. Wow, everybody's looking at everybody differently in this room right now. Just like, oh. Portland's most searched term is cuckolding. Cuckolding was the correct answer. Sorry, you guys, nobody wins tonight's prize. I see some confused faces. That's fine. Do you guys not know what cuckolding is? No? You're old. Okay. I mean, it's been around for a while. Some would say it's the second oldest profession. That's cute that you don't know what it is, and these guys are pretending not to know what it is. Cuckolding, since we're all pretending to have a squeaky clean browser history in the room, it's a genre of porn. It's when somebody enjoys watching somebody else have sex with their significant other, like right in front of them.
What in the front door?
I like how you're pretending to be shocked right now. Like, that's what it's called. No, honestly, there's no kink shaming when it comes to cuckolding. Like, if you're being like objective, it looks just like regular porn. It's just like normal porn, but they like zoomed out a little too far, you know? And like caught a sound guy that's not supposed to be in the shot. Just like a really sad sound guy who's having a bad day. Just like, that looks fun, you know? I like the idea of it though, because if you're watching it, it means two sad guys are watching it go down. And now it's like you're on a buddy system. You know, like, we all come together, let's do it. But I think that's great that that's Portland's most searched term. Like, now that you know what it means, like, it makes sense that that's what Portland's looking at, right? Like, if you get the vibe of that city. Because I don't know if you guys have been to Portland recently, but when you go there, they'll literally make you watch somebody else pump your own car full of gas right in front of you. Those sick fucks. We all know what they're doing. Running their hands down their car as they're coming, circling your gas tank. Like, here we go. Every time I'm like, God damn, are you putting two nuzzles in that? You better spit on one of those. But it's fun to make fun of Portland. But I am from Seattle, and like, you know, we also have a very embarrassing favorite term in Seattle. You guys want to keep guessing? No, I don't want to have fun. I wasn't talking to you, lady. Anybody want to guess what Seattle's most favorite term on Pornhub is? Nugget. Whoa. No. What is nugget? This is the second time I've heard somebody yell out nugget porn, and I usually shut it down right away because I'm like, is that like some sort of slur I don't know about? I don't know what that means. What is nugget porn?
No arms, no legs.
No arms. He said no arms and no legs. What the fuck, bro? I said Pornhub, not the dark web. Like, God damn. What type of hostile porn are you watching back there? What a fucking nightmare. All right. We don't kink shame. Welcome to the show. Sorry. God damn. No, all right. This is, man. Now I got two porns I gotta look up later. It's just like, I wonder if there's any bicycle nugget porn. Like, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous. That's so weird. Now, Seattle's most searched term is hentai porn. Hentai. The lady in the back still doesn't know. Have you heard of pornography, ma'am? You've been married too long. Well, congratulations. Hentai porn is really easy. It's just cartoon porn. I know that's a fun one. You can get behind that one. I like the idea of it. It's fun. You can see that why Seattleites like to watch it because it's a very PC progressive town. You know, they're just like, give me porn with no backstory. I don't want any race or gender. Just two stick figures banging against each other. That's what gets me hard. Tacoma made that list too, you guys. I'll just skip to it. Tacoma's favorite porn is double penetration. That's so funny to me. I'm like, is it all that butt sex making the city smell bad? Is this what's going on? Oh, come on, we all got it. We all got burned on that one. I don't watch porn though. I'm in a relationship. A happy relationship. Just was shaming all of you guys. I'm dating a goth girl right now. Yep. Ouch. Thank you. It's fun dating a goth girl. It's easy to buy gifts for it because it doesn't matter what the occasion is. You just get her a Hot Topic gift card. Just pow, slide that on over the table. Like, what Nightmare Before Christmas sweatshirt you getting this year, baby? She hates that joke, because she's a proper goth. She dresses proper, and sometimes she'll braid her hair, and I'll give her the pet name Wednesday. You guys get that reference? Right? For Wednesday Addams? Okay, cool, because it just went right over her head. She had no idea what I was talking about. She just started calling me Tuesday in response. And I was like, wait, why are you calling me Tuesday? And she goes, because Tuesday always comes before Wednesday. Ow. Well, I'll see you next Tuesday then. My girlfriend is, she's bisexual. So whenever I go down on her, I feel like I'm up against lesbians that have eaten her out before, which is the toughest, that's heavyweight pussy eating, you know what I mean? That's so you gotta go hard. I don't know what it is in my head, I'm playing Mario Kart and I see that ghost car, I'm like, I gotta beat it. I gotta do better than this fucking idiot. Whose initials are these on the final board? So I go hard. I'll do everything I can, I'll make noises. You like that, baby? I'm just down there. I'll use my hand too, I use my hand a lot. Not like that, but it's involved. I'm not shoving my whole hand in there. But I was using my hand and I was going I'm doing it. I'm going hard. And when we were finishing up, I tried to get up and I was stuck. And I realized that I had shoved all of my hair into her vagina. And I was like, oh no! Baby, don't let down here right now. I was just fuck. Then I pulled it out of her like I was cleaning hair out of a shower train. Oh, baby. I'm so sorry. I just gave you a caveman Tampax down here. What's going on? And then I'm like, is this why lesbians have short hair? This must be why. This must be why. Even though I'm the host of the Dope Show and I look like I do a lot of drugs, I don't do drugs anymore. I'm sober now. Thank you. It's cool. People get upset when they hear that I'm sober, especially at shows, because they most people who know me know that I still smoke weed and I do mushrooms. So they're like, you can't tell people you're sober. So I just started telling people that I'm Northwest sober, Nice blanket term I can use. And my buddy heard me saying that and he just looks at me and he goes, I'm Colombian sober. And I'm like, Hell yeah. But I don't do drugs, but I used to do a lot of drugs. I was a big fan of Molly. One person likes Molly too. Well, you guys don't have friends? What the fuck? Molly's a fun drug. If you've never tried Molly, Molly's basically ecstasy. Like, if you ever heard of ecstasy, it just makes you feel like ecstasy. You know, it gives you ecstasy feelings. I don't know the adjective for that. And like, to describe that feeling, it's very similar to like a sexual climax. Like, if you were like taking the peak of a sexual climax and you pause that moment, like when your whole body's warm and you're just feeling goofy, and you just extended that for 4 hours, that's what Molly feels like. It's a lot of fun, 0 consequences, do as much as you want, all right? I'm just kidding, there's a lot of consequences to it. What you're doing is you're chemically borrowing happiness from yourself in the future. So it's like taking a happiness loan out. You're like happy today, but you're broke tomorrow. So, but I was at a show one time, and my buddy was headlining the show, and he was headlining this show on his birthday. And I decided to buy him a drink and send it up to him on stage, because that's a really classy thing to do when you're an audience member in a comedy show. You guys didn't know, but don't worry about it. So I bought my friend his favorite drink, which was a whiskey neat. And I was like, it's his birthday, let's have some fun. So I decided to crack open a hit of Molly, dump it in his drink, you know, without him knowing about it, mix it up so you couldn't tell anything was in there. And then I sent it up to him without him knowing about it, because I'm a really cool friend to have, okay? I feel like a lot of you are pulling back on me right now. But before you get all judgmental, like, I knew what his tolerance level is. Like, I knew what he was gonna do that night. I knew his whole plan. So I'm like, this will be a fun treat for him. This is exciting. So it was a good thing, okay? It was a good thing that I drugged my friend. So that's what I did. I found a hit of Molly on the ground. I picked it up, dumped it in his drink. I'm just kidding. I got it from Phoenix Jones. I sent him the drink, and he took it from the server, and he's like, oh, thank you guys. Hey, cheers, it's my birthday. So he cheers the crowd, but the crowd like took that as a social cue, because the audience was mostly made up of friends and family, because he's headlining a show on his birthday. So before he got to do my really cool shot, he got handed 6 more identical shots. And he just gathered them all up, and he put them on the stool that was on stage, and then he just started playing this game of roulette he was not aware about. Now, I'm in the back, and I was watching this all go down, and I was just like, oh no. That just kind of escalated on stage, didn't it? But it was a normal Tuesday for us, so I'm like, he'll be fine, he'll be fine. He had 45 minutes left on stage. And for the rest of the show, like, he did that first one, and for the rest of the show, he just left those 6 shots that were remaining on the stool, and he just continued his act. And I'm in the room trying to get him to drink those shots, you know? I'm like, hey, let's get rid of that felony, bro. You know, like, drink a shot. I'm just walking around the room changing my voice. Yeah, drink a shot. You know, just trying to get him to get rid of the evidence. And like, finally, he only has 5 minutes left on stage, and he looks at the shots. He's like, all right, guys, it's my birthday. Let's do some more shots, right? He cheers the crowd. The crowd goes nuts. He goes to shoot it, but he just takes a little sip from it. He didn't shoot the whole thing. He stops, and he looks at it, and he goes, oh, man. This one hits a little different than the rest of them, you guys. I don't know if I could do all these shots. Here, who in the audience wants a shot of whiskey? He just he gets up, like, picks up the stool like a server and starts handing out shots of whiskey that may or may not have hits of Molly in it. We don't know at this point. They're just Schrodinger shots. I'm like, so I'm watching this and I just go, oh, fuck. I know about my friend's tolerance level, but I don't know about his cousins and auntie. I don't know how they party. So, and I didn't know what to do in that situation. Is that, like, I didn't know if you just go like, stop, there's drugs in those drinks. Like, I thought that was the wrong thing to do. So I just did what any rational adult would do in that situation, you know? And I just started putting on my jacket. It's just like, I'm gonna get out. I don't know if you've ever fucked up a party beyond repair, but sometimes it's best just to escort yourself out of the situation. But I'm not a monster. I waited for my friend to leave, and the way this club was set up was the exit was behind him, so he exited out and he goes into the alley, and I knew that's where he was gonna be, so I ran out there to go tell him that we may have drugged one of his family members. I'm like trying to word it the best way, like, you know, I gave it to you, but then you just handed it out to everybody. That was where the real irresponsibility fell down. But before I could get to my friend, he's like on his cell phone and he's yelling into it. Like, I've never seen him upset before, and he's just screaming into his phone. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this is bad time. I'm like, hey, buddy, is everything okay? You good? Who's that you yelling at? Is that the cops? Did you talk to somebody in there? What's going on? He goes, no, man, I'm on the phone with my girlfriend and she's dumping me. She's dumping me over the phone on my fucking birthday. Just yells that out. It's breaking my heart, man. And I just look at him like, I'm so sorry, dude. Are you okay? Can I help you? Can I get you something? And he just looks at me, and I see his lips are quivering and his tears are building up in his eyes. And he just looks at me and he goes, I feel so amazing right now. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God. You're going to have a weird night, all right? You guys, that was my time. Thank you so much.